Theresa Shaw, and thank you for joining me for devotions today. Well, I hope everybody had a wonderful Mother's Day. I'm still on love, and I was really glad when Resident Pastor Carol talked about a mother's love. And that just brought me to wonder about what is the difference in a mother's love and God's love. But I found out that not only does God love like our mothers, but we experience God's love in our mother's love. So that was a little different for me. And mother is an image of God, which I've never really heard it said like that. And it's an icon of God's presence. It's a window into God's mystery, a tangible embrace of God's gentleness. God, as a mother, loves us into being and embraces us with her kindness. So I'm always talking about love, and so I wanted to know, is God's love different than a mother's love? Well, in just studying and looking at different things, it says, there's another thing that says from 1 Corinthians 13th chapter 4 through 8. It talks about believing in all things, hopes in all things, endures all things, love never ends. Well, and that's when I got to really start getting into, well, what kind of love is mother's love different from the love of loving your neighbor? And then we get into what we call the unconditional love. And so that was unconditional love, simply put, is love without strings attached. But is that not very similar to a mother's love? There are no strings attached. It's love that she offers you freely. And you don't base it on what someone does for you in return. You simply love them and want nothing more than their happiness. And I think that comes from all mothers. Mothers want the best for you, even though they may not be able to provide. There is a love, again, the love that God has given a mother. And there's teachings from different faiths that hold that the love of God is the primary reason for human creation and one of the primary purposes of life. And then the love of God purifies human hearts, and through it humans become transformed. So again, when we talk about this thing called love, I wondered if you could love your neighbor as much as you love your mother. And then, of course, I talked about the unconditional love. And a mother's love is truly unconditional. And so, is a mother's love very similar to the love that we should give or have towards one another? Well, a lot of people said no, there's agape love, there are all these different types of love. There's the love when you get married, there's that type of love. But is it really different? Or think about it. Have we decided to compartmentalize love? And love means different things for different events that happen in our life. So the love of a mother is not the same as the love in a marriage and the love of a husband and a wife. Well, that's probably something that we need to continue to think about. And think about when we love our neighbors, we love them unconditionally. So, this love thing, I think maybe it's kind of, I don't know, you look up some uh, get into the Bible this week and just look up love and the different um, passages and that talk about love. And then when you're finished, I'd love to know what you're thinking. Did love really change from the love of a parent to that of loving everybody? I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out. But it was just something that I felt was important to share. And I leave you with this today. Really loving your neighbors um, is foundational from the love of honoring your mother and your father. So I would assume, well, I could say that honor your father and mother is the foundation upon which love is for everyone. Well, I just wanted to give you something to think about. Take some time this week, look up love, and kind of, see what you think. Are there truly differences, or have we decided that there's difference? And has God not used love through mothers so that we internalize and get that love to give out to others? Well, I hope you enjoy your day, and I look forward to talking with you again, and I'm sure we'll be talking about love. So have a great week, and I look forward to seeing you soon.